What just happened last night? The Knicks versus the Cavaliers. The Cavs are up by 22 points with 7 minutes left in the game, and somehow they find a way to choke it. And don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm not a Cavs fan, so there's no bias here, okay? But I just hate the Knicks, all right? There may be some bias, actually, because the Knicks swept the Sixers. I'm a Sixers fan, okay? The NBA, right? The Sixers, the Cavaliers, they're making Jalen Brunson look like Michael Jordan. Jalen Brunson is looking like Michael Jordan, a 6-foot Michael Jordan that can't jump. It's honestly insane. Like, I've never seen anything like this. I put on the game, fourth quarter, right? I'm like, oh, Knicks are gonna lose. I was actually pretty excited. I'm like, okay, Knicks are finally losing. They didn't lose at all against the Sixers, and they were gonna lose game 1, I thought. And yeah, they came back, and it was actually insane, right? Jalen Brunson just cooked James Harden, play after play after play. And honestly, you can pin this on James Harden, and I will, because James Harden, I've seen it many times in the playoffs. He always chokes. He's not a great defender. He's not a good team player. Yes, he can give you assists. He can run an offense. But if you can't play defense and you're getting picked apart defensively, you're not helping the team, okay? So James Harden was a huge reason why the Cavaliers blew this lead, right? Just defensively, could not guard Jalen Brunson. And also it's the coach, Kenny Atkinson. Like, the Knicks are on a crazy run, and there was no timeouts called. No timeouts called. The Cavaliers couldn't even score a bucket. No timeouts called. And this didn't make any sense for me, especially as a coach. Your main job is to, when runs happen, all right, let's take a timeout. Let's cool the team off. Let's get some easy offenses, make some plays, right? Let's write some plays down so we can have our offense set. So the coach is 100% to blame here, right? And even if we don't pin it on the timeouts, right? You can easily sub off of James Harden, because James Harden was getting cooked. That's 100% the reason why the Knicks had easy offense, right? You have to take James Harden out. And the thing is with the Cavs, you have a lot of good backup guards, right? You have Keon Ellis, who only had 5 minutes last night, who was a +6 or whatever. I mean, obviously he only played 5 minutes. That's not a lot, but you have depth. You have Dennis Schroeder, who's also another good guard and actually had a +1 ±. Both of these backup guards had a plus, and you guys still lost, right? That means when they're on the court, you guys played better. So I just don't understand why Keon Ellis only had five minutes at all, and he's a great two-way guard, and he can shoot threes, guard like, it makes no sense. Keon Ellis, put him on Jalen Brunson. And yes, Jalen Brunson is a elite scorer. Like, it's not going to be easy for Keon Ellis to stop him, but it'll be better than James Harden guarding him. Dennis Schroeder, even. Coaching is not hard, right? It's just making good decisions. That's really what it is. If you know basketball and you can feel the energy, it's all about energy, right? When you don't have energy, when your team looks tired, when your team is not scoring, when your team is getting cooked defensively, you take them out. Give them a time. Give them some time to rest, right? Like, they just came from the Raptors series, which was a very hard-fought series, went up to 7 games, right? Then the Pistons, another seven game series, or a long series. So these guys are tired. The Knicks had a whole week of rest, sweeping my Sixers, okay? They had a whole week of rest, and they were down by 22. That's when you make these subs. You make good decisions. That's all in the coach. Yes, the players, you can blame the players. I'm not mad because I'm not a Cavs fan. I'm not gonna, protect any player. But, Mitchell played well. Yeah, the offense struggled, but I can't pin that on Mitchell. But that's blinded because of how bad they choked. So yeah, man. And this whole playoffs, right, have been a little iffy. All right, there's been way too many blowouts, especially in game 7s. There's so many blowouts. Every game 7, I think, has been a blowout. Now that I'm thinking about it. Except for the Sixers. Sixers can never blow out a team, right? They're up by 40 by halftime, and then at the end of the game, they only win by 3. That's how the Sixers are. But every other game, right? There's been like the Hawks and Knicks, game 7. They destroyed the Hawks and beat them by like 70 points. That looked a little rigged to me. I don't know. Okay, the Knicks are in all these commercials, right? They're in all these movies. OG Anunoby was in the Neighborhoods and Friends, that show on Apple TV. Karl Anthony Towns is in every freaking commercial. Jalen Brunson's in every commercial. I don't know, guys. I think they're hey, the NBA might have something up their sleeve here, okay? But yeah, if the Knicks win this ring, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Then Jalen Brunson, honestly, yeah, if Jalen Brunson wins a ring in this era, there's some crazy conversations that must be had, right? Like if he wins a ring, he'll probably be the best point guard in the league, right? Like obviously Shea's there, but we'll talk about Shea in my next video. But yeah, if Jalen Brunson wins this ring, and especially with how he's been playing in this playoffs, oh man, I can't deny him being the best point guard in the league. You know, like he has to be at that point, right? And the Knicks just have such a good roster. OG Anunoby, in my opinion, like I'm not gonna say he's the best player in the Knicks, but he's so important to their team. Like he's so good defensively, and he's such a good, like offensively, he doesn't look like he can ISO break you down, but he's really good at attacking the basket. He's so good. I think he's like 6'6", but he looks like he's 6'8". You know, driving in the paint, lowering his shoulder, hitting good threes. I mean, he's just a really good player. And Karl-Anthony Towns, one of the best centers in the league. He can stretch out the floor. He's a really good passer for his size. Good defender. I mean, he's really underrated on his defense because people look at him as soft. He has the baby voice or whatever. But he's a good player, man. He's a top 5 center in the league, no doubt. Top 5. And arguably probably the best 3-point shooter center. And well, and now you have Wemby and all these other, you know, Chat and all these guys, but he's still like one of the best 3-point shooting big men, and especially a big man that can basically do everything, right? So yeah, and then the Knicks are just a really good team, and they have these role players like Landry Shamet, who hit a clutch 3 to take them into overtime last night. That was a guy the Sixers had, and they traded him away. And I always look at like these role players that these contending teams have, and that's really what it's about. Like to be a contending team, you need role players to step up, and the Knicks have that. They have Landry Shamet. They have what's his name? Not Highway Smith. I forgot his name. But there's a lot of guards that they have backing up Jalen Brunson. So Jalen Brunson doesn't have to play like 48 minutes to win a game. And obviously last night there was a lot of minutes because it went to overtime. But he doesn't have to play the whole game. He has good backups that can help him out, and other guards that can help him, you know, help shoot and play defense and just run the offense. So yeah, man, the Knicks are looking scary. I'm rooting for the Cavs. I'm rooting for the Cavs. I never root for James Harden unless he was on the Sixers. But now I kind of have to root for Harden. Harden has to come back. Harden has to have one of his big games. He needs to have a legacy game. After last night and him getting picked apart, he needs to come back with a legacy game. He has to. He has to. We all know James Harden has it in him, right? There's games where he can just be unstoppable from 3, right? He can drive to the paint. I mean, he's slower now. He is slower. Like in his prime, he could easily slash to the paint, do the Euro step. James Harden doesn't do the Euro anymore. I don't know if you guys noticed that. When's the last time you've seen a really athletic Euro from James Harden? James Harden used to be known for the slow motion, cool, getting through the, you know what I mean? Like he was known for the Euro. Him and Ginobili, they had the best Euro steps in the league, and he just doesn't do it anymore. He's not as athletic. He can't get open. He can't get into open space. So, you know, that's something hurting James Harden's game right now, is him not being able to attack the rim. And when his 3-pointers aren't falling, it's really easy to stop James Harden right now. But I do not want to see another series where the Knicks just dominate a team, right? Obviously, the Hawks series was a close series, but they won by 70 in Game 7, right? That everyone is going to remember the Game 7 of them destroying the Hawks, right? Everyone remembers the Knicks sweeping the Sixers, and I just can't get that out of my mind. It's something that's going to haunt me for a while. Okay, Cavs, please win. Please come back in the next game. James Harden, please dominate. Donovan Mitchell, you got to outplay Jalen Brunson, Donovan. Like Donovan Mitchell, this is their series to prove you're better than Jalen Brunson. This is your series. If Donovan Mitchell can outplay Jalen Brunson for the rest of the series, that's going to be huge for his legacy and huge for the league. We need some competition, man. Donovan Mitchell, come back next game, drop 40 on his head. Boom. We have a new conversation. Yeah, man, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.